Hello BookTube, welcome back to Tag Tuesday, and I've got another fun tag because this month it's March on the Rails and there's a tag going around connected to this reading event that's going around called the Train Tag. This was created by Allan Reads, and I thought, oh my god, I've got to do this tag because I love the idea of March on the Rails so much, but I haven't done any books that are connected to trains, so to make up for it, I'm going to do this tag. But let's get started. And I'm going to make this all Australian books because why not? So let's start. Number one, The Great Railway Bazaar, a book featuring an epic journey. And I've got two non-fiction picks here for you today. Of course, I'm going to give you The Dig Tree by Sarah I can't say, but Burks and Wills. I've talked about this book on my channel. Probably the best book about Burks and Wills and their failed expedition. Check it out. I have that, and then I don't have this one here, but it's Follow the Rabbit-Proof Friends, of course, by Doris Pilkington, and this is about three Indigenous girls. They were like 8, 11, and 15, and this is historical non-fiction. And they were taken from their families and put into like a settlement, and they escape by following a rabbit-proof fence across the country. They travel for 1,300 kilometers, which is insane, by themselves, and they make their way home. It's a large, epic journey. It's a lot about their struggles and what they went through, because the bush isn't the best place to be lost in, and just their really epic journey. So I'm going to say that one too. It's probably really famous, but check that one out if you haven't as well. So you've got those two. Number two, Brief Encounter, Still Life, a brief or short book you can read while waiting for a train. And I'm also going to include books you can read on trains too, because waiting on train, same thing. So of course I'm going to say Henry Lawson. Get the Penguin short story collection. Same with Banjo, Paterson. Get them too. You'll be fine. You'll be having so much fun reading them. Such as Life by Tom Collins too, if you want more of an older book. Manning Clark, and I know no one reads him anymore because he's a bit dry for some, but I still love him. Get an abridged edition of his History of Australia too. That's some fun stuff to read on the train. And of course, I'm going to say Patsy Adams Smith too. Check out her memoir that she wrote herself, or any of her train books too, because they're really fun, or her books on World War II or World War One. So those are some books you can take on the train if you want an Australian vibe going on your travels. Number three, Bradshaw's Guide, a guidebook to a favorite place or thing. And I've got none, so I'm going to skip that question. I don't really do guidebooks really. Number four, Breakheart Pass, a romance novel or western. Bonus points for a romantic western. We don't have western books over here, but we do have outback fiction and non-fiction, which is pretty much the same thing but more bushland than American deserts and all that stuff. So when it comes to outback books, of course I'm going to give you I'm forgetting the name, Robbery Under Arms, of course, classic. You'll have fun with that one, but more of a romance. I couldn't find one that really blends the two together. I could have to go for my shelves again, but of course I'm going to say The Thornbirds by Colleen McConough. I can't say the last name, but it's The Thornbirds. You're literally going to find a copy of it anywhere, so try that one. And also My Brilliant Career by Miles Franklin, which is shorter again, but it's a really great novel. And so I'm going to say that. Number five, Thomas the Tank Engine, a beloved children's book. I couldn't find one connected to trains, but I'm just going to say Wombat Stew and Diary of a Wombat, just because they're real classics in my opinion. Six, The Signalman, a ghost story or a horror novel. I don't know if this counts. I think it's more of a thriller, horror-ish, but it's Picnic at Hanging Rock. Like, what do you want me to say? It's one of the great Australian novels, in my opinion. Talked about that book to death, literally. I am very much due for a reread if you want to join. But yeah, it's not a ghost story, but horror. I think you can make the case for it being a bit of a horror novel. Maybe there's some aliens if you read the original ending of it. But so yeah, I'm going to say Picnic at Hanging Rock for that, even though I don't think it's the best option, but I'm just going to put it there because it deserves to be. Number seven, Strangers on the Train, a new book that you hope to read this year, doesn't have to be published this year. So I've got three here. All of these are historical fiction, pretty much. These are early Australian historical fiction. We have Southern Cross by Terry Coleman. Yeah, I've always heard that this is the Fawn Birds, but like firstly early Australian history, and so I'm gonna give it a try. And then I have the Timeless Land trilogy by Eleanor Dark. It's her name, yeah. And they're big, free, multi-generational, epic Australian historical fiction. That's all I know. But I found them, and I'm like, oh, I'll take them. And so those are some other ones I want to get to soon. And then last question, number 8, The Mystery of the Blue Train, a book with a colour in the title or on the cover. I only have one for a book that with the colour in the title, and that's a new release actually. It came out in 2023, so relatively new. It's Australia, A Country in Colour by Bronwyn Bandcoff, and this is a lovely, lovely, lovely picture book writing about Australian landscapes, and it's got some really lovely colours to it too. It's nice and bright. It's great for educational. If you want to show your kids that stuff, it's really lovely, and it's great introduction actually to nature related books for children. I think it's really great. So yeah, that's the train tag. I've done my best with Australian works here, but yeah. If these questions seem fun to you, please feel free to do this tag. It's making the round, so I thought I'd join in. And yeah, let me know what you think about the books I mentioned today. And thank you so much for watching BookTube, and I will see you next time.